move on to the speakers, and we'll start off with Mr. Chris Eckert of Keller Williams Realty.
I was really trying to get my favorite songs, two favorite songs to play, but I don't feel very sophisticated after hearing what's brand.
Is it my
Probably my two favorite songs to work out to are "I'm Sexy and I Know It" and by Helen Mateo, and
don't admit that to
I'm
anybody
too
else.
sexy.
We know that
Right,
we knew that.
So I'm not feeling real sophisticated right now.
But if TV played video.
My
you're all
recorder is
sexy,
on
Chris.
this all. Hello world.
Good morning, San Mateo.
So okay, so I'm going to pass this around and show you. These are some before and after pictures. If you would just flip through these, I'll get to the explanation of these here in a minute. So just if you would just flip down, you'll see some before and after pictures of the process that we've done. And Amy, if you want to sit in here. Okay, so I'm Chris Eckert with Keller Williams Realty, and I've got a hand for real estate. I help people buy and sell homes in the Mid-Peninsula. So as a follow-up, here?
Hey, it's not here.
I'm very disappointed. You know, for those of you who were sitting in the back room during my last presentation, you maybe realized that silver on a white background from afar you can't see. So I kind of amended that a little bit. Okay, so what's happening in the market that you can actually see today?
I can read it.
You can read it? All right, good, good. Okay, so Mid-Peninsula. Now, last time I said very low inventory. So now I'm saying very, very low inventory on the peninsula. Normal inventory for this time of year, 140, actually it's probably 148 to 152 this time of year. When I spoke to you last time, we had 67 single-family homes on the market in the city of San Mateo. As of today, we've got 59. So you can see inventory is about a third of what it normally should be. So that is one of the things that's really driving our market. What else is happening in the market? Everyone in our market got a
Oh, they're silver.
They're silver.
Yeah. Okay, so I've covered over my silver. Okay, so let's for those of you who weren't here last time, let's think back to the boom in real estate. The boom was around July of 2007. That's when prices hit their peak, and everyone thought, my God, this is the greatest time in the world to be a buyer in real estate. Interest rates were at 6.7%. Today, Ray, correct me if I'm wrong, they're somewhere around 3.5%.
Yes.
Okay, so essentially, rates have dropped. Your mortgage rate, if you bought a home then versus today, your rate is 3.2% lower than it would have been if you had bought during the boom. Now, what does that mean? Well, every 1%, let's say, decrease in your mortgage rate means your payment goes down by 10%. So essentially what's happened is that people who are buying now have a mortgage payment that is 32% lower than if they had bought during the real estate boom. So here the prices were at their peak. Our prices are still down right now. So the prices are down and your mortgage payment is 32% lower. And just to contrast this from my last presentation, maybe you can't see what's inside the red circle, but mortgage rates were down 29, or your payments were down 29% when I spoke 2 months ago. So essentially, you have gained another 3% from when I spoke to you 2 months ago. So that's why the market is doing so well. You have a reduced inventory. That's why it's doing well for the sellers. You have a reduced inventory, and you have people with all this extra cash, 32% extra cash, chasing a reduced inventory. So that's why almost everything now that looks halfway decent and is priced relative to the market is getting multiple offers. So it's a good market to be a buyer if you're willing to compete, to write 10 offers before you finally get one. It's a really good time to buy. Okay, so here's something that sellers say all the time. I'll wait until I can get my price. Now our prices are still a little bit off of what they were during the boom. And there's a lot of people that say, my price was here, and if it's here, I'm not going to sell. I'm going to wait until I get my price. Well, no, you won't. You will not wait because the market is not going to let you wait. I don't make the market. The sellers don't make the market. We have no control over what it's going to sell for. And why I say that is if you're putting your house on the market right now and you say, I'm just going to wait this out until somebody comes to me with the right price, you might be waiting years for that because in the short term, if you price your property right, it should sell in the first 14 days. If it sells in the first 14 days, this is a one-year history here, it'll sell for 102.3% of the asking price on average. If you price it too high and it doesn't sell right away, eventually you're going to get a much lower price. If it sells between 76 and 90 days, it's going to sell for 83% of the original asking price. Brad brought this up before. My chart that I showed last time was sale to current list price, but I didn't factor in the price decreases that normally occur along this timeline here. So if you don't price your property right in the beginning, you might as well not even sell it because you're going to get far less in the end.
Chris, what's happening with fixer-uppers? Or are they just not available? Do they get snapped up?
They get snapped up in a week.
Like their contractors?
Mostly, yeah. By contractors, by homeowners who are willing to do the work themselves. There aren't many of those, and then just by general investors.
What also is going on with, I mean, a lot of homes are 50 years old now. Is there a lot of tear downs, and then people put them back on the market at a significantly higher price after they rebuild? Or is that not happening?
So if you look at Palo Alto, places like that, so you are getting a lot of tear downs, but here people are just going in, gutting them, and fixing them up. Okay, so what else is happening? Okay, if you're looking at those pictures there, you see the before and after pictures. Now, some of you are new to this group. Some of you have been here for a while, and you would remember Carrie Roth. Carrie Roth is a stager. She's exclusively the stager that I use. She and I work together on fixing up properties. So to give you an example of a property we just sold, it's actually that one that's being passed around there. You see the big before and after difference. The mother had passed away. She was 100 years old. And all the relatives lived out of town. So they called me and said, okay, Chris, we want you to sell the property. Tell us what it's worth. And I said, well, in its current condition, it's worth about $750,000. And I said, if you fix it up, it will be worth somewhere around $850,000. Then they had all the contractors come in, and they gave us a quote right around the $26,000 mark for painting, for putting new, refinishing the hardwood floors, for putting new light fixtures in, and doing some repairs and so forth. So we came in with a quote for about that, put it on the market. It took about a month to do all this work, and it sold for exactly $850,000.
It's a great problem.
So and Carrie and I manage all of this. I mean, all the homeowners have to do is write the checks, and they write them directly to the contractor, so we don't necessarily touch the money. But so our original quote actually was just under $26,000, like $25,900. So we ended up going $300 over budget. But essentially, they made almost a $74,000 profit by fixing up the property. And this is right back to Brant's question of, are there people buying the fixers? Yes, there are people buying the fixers, but they want to buy it for an extremely low price. The regular homeowners right now, they want to buy turnkey homes. Most people don't want to be involved in a major remodeling project right after a major purchase. So most people want to buy a home, move into it, and come back to work to pay for this house. So that's essentially what we do. We help them fix up the property and maximize the amount of money they're going to get and maximize the number of people that like this house. So we've done probably 5 of these so far this year, and every one has made a significant amount of money as a result. So I think that's it. Any questions? Yes.
You mentioned that Chris generally is for the Mid-Peninsula area, and of course we don't all live in the Mid-Peninsula area. What is this trickling down to other areas that perhaps are not as vibrant right now in terms of the market, and do you anticipate that to happen soon?
Yes. So what I'm showing here is just the Mid-Peninsula, but the whole Bay Area is experiencing this right now. We're seeing a big drop off in the amount of inventory. properties are getting into or getting sold. There's not enough new ones coming on the market, so the market is rising overall. So anything I say here, the numbers might change a little bit, but these numbers are very relative to what would be going on anywhere today. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, a real estate agent from Denver, emailed me and said, Chris, we got the same thing going on here in Denver that you have going on there. She's saying, we don't even do open houses anymore because everything sells before you even have to do an open house. So it's a general phenomenon.
Chris, does the low inventory have anything to do with the banks sitting on their properties that they own that are empty? Because me and my wife have been noticing, we're kind of looking a little bit, how many empty properties are out there.
So maybe nationwide, yes, but around here, at least on the Mid-Peninsula, it's really not happening. I mean, I had an investor who bid on 13, just on the Peninsula, 13 bank foreclosures. We got outbid on every one. So
What's the name of the album, Chris?
On the somehow we got to a picture of a dog licking you in the face in the
That's a long story.
see if you can find my Halloween costume.
I already shot. That's nice, by the way. Really appreciate that part of it.
It wasn't as